Okay everyone, welcome back to the channel for another video on Gran Turismo 7. I'm back with a track guide for the upcoming manufacturer's race at Sardegna C in Group 4. So I am driving the Mercedes SLS, which is okay round here. I think it's not the worst, it's not the best, and it's probably quite a good guide car in terms of how it drives around there. Obviously, four-wheel drive cars are going to be very OP in terms of lap time, probably like the Subaru and stuff. But in terms of for braking distances, this car should be an actual pretty good guide in terms of a majority of cars. I think it's going to be quite a nice car to get a rough estimation of where your car is going to be braking. So yeah, if you do enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, let me know in the comment section if it's helped you out, and hopefully we can increase your points that you get at this coming manufacturer's race. So we are also going to run some practice races at this combo and figure out the strategy, because hard tyres and soft tyres are available. This lap is done with soft tyres, BOP on, and default setup. So let's get into the track guide and give you as many pointers as I can to try and improve your lap time around this very short track. So obviously, to start your lap very wide and give yourself a very good exit speed off that final corner. That is going to help you gain maybe a very short amount before turn 1, but every little amount accounts on this type of track, because qualifying is going to be super close on this combination with it being such a short track. So going into turn 1, I'm going to look out for the 100 board, but we're going to be braking past the 100 board because we've got soft tyres on and we're not going as fast as normal. So you're looking for the 100 board, and we're going to brake just before the shadow there. You can see just as the shadow ends there, we're on the brakes, and we're going to try and sweep the car in. So you're going to use the full track width. You see how we're getting our right tyre onto the blue part, and we're going to start really chucking it in before the end of the curb and aim for the apex. You can see the apex up there, and what you want to do is you want to just skim the curb. You don't want to be hitting the curb too hard because it'll unsettle the car, and then get on that throttle as early as possible using the full track width without going onto the gravel. Very important not to go on the gravel there, because you'll lose yourself at least a tenth or 2/10 of a second. Next braking zone, we're going into this really fast left hand corner now. Again, use the 50 board on the right side, but we're going to brake just past that 50 board. So as we go past it, you're going to see there braking inputs are going in just there past it, and now we're going to really sweep this car into this really fast left hand corner. You're going to see it's a 4th gear corner, and we're going to really attack it. You see again, left hand tyre just skimming the apex. You don't want to be too aggressive with this corner because it can unsettle the car. Now bear in mind, on the exit here you've got two options. I keep it on the track. You can do a way where your right hand tyre stays where that purple line is and actually goes to the right hand side of the curb, and you can carry a lot of speed doing that. So there is an option of doing that, but it is tricky to get it perfect, but you can actually gain half a tenth by just doing that line. Now we're going to work our way through this flat out section. It's all about being smooth on your inputs, gradual with your steering wheel, and just clipping the apexes. Don't be too aggressive on the curves, because them curves will slow you down if you hit them too hard. Again, for this right hand corner, nice and smooth inputs. It's all about being delicate with that steering wheel or controller, whatever you use, just being very gradual with your inputs to just not scrub too much speed off. Again, now we're going into the trickiest corner probably on the track. Now I get the car all the way over to the right hand curb here, you see, onto the curb, and what we're going to do is we're going to use this curb as kind of a braking reference. So you're going to see as we're coming to the end of the curb, we're going to start putting our braking input now, but we're not going to go maximum attack on that braking. We're going to be gradual on the brake. You see there, about 50%. Then we got the car straightened up, then aggressive on the brakes, and now you want to keep the car as close to the apex as possible from the middle of the track. You don't want to be going really far out wide on your fastest lap, because you want to take the shortest line. So set nice and narrow to the apex, and then as you're hitting a very late apex there, you want to get on that throttle very early. So keep your eye on the throttle inputs, onto that throttle. Once we're confident, full throttle, out the exit. Use the full width for the track again, so that you're not scrubbing too much speed off with the steering inputs, and then you're working your way down all the way to the finishing line in a straight line as possible. And yeah, very short track, but there is a few corners that can catch you out. Hopefully this will help you out. Let me know in the comments if it does. That's 55.5. I think it's not too bad. Like I say, there's probably about a tenth to come off that lap, but it's a pretty solid lap. So let's watch that lap again from the chase camera, and you can see what I mean by, you know, running wide. Make sure you don't get near that gravel. Again, using the full width of the track onto the blue bit of tarmac on the right there really helps widen the line, skimming the apex perfectly there, and again avoiding the gravel on the right hand side as you go through the corner. Again, you're going to see here, as this really fast left hand corner, you're going to see how you can probably do that line. I did do it a couple of times, but I found it was a bit inconsistent. So skimming the apex, and just be careful you don't go over. You know, if you go too far over, you can hit the wall on the right hand side. So bear that in mind if you're going to go for that really aggressive approach where you use the curb as kind of the middle of the car. And then into this final corner again, you can see onto the curb, get the car in a straight line, then maximum braking inputs, and then try and keep it as narrow to this apex as possible. You do not want to be running out wide on your fastest lap, because if you run out wide, you're losing so much lap time. But obviously when you start your lap, make sure you start it from a wide angle. That's because you want the exit speed. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. Hope it helps you out. Hopefully you do well in this manufacturer race, and I'll see you all for some online practice that we'll do for this combination. Bye everyone.